La 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 Sunday morning. Oh yeah, here we are, folks. What are we gonna do? We're gonna work on a puzzle and chat. Isn't this fun? Ah, it's hot out there. 94 degrees. 94 degrees. This summer is too much. One summer never ends. One summer never begins. It keeps me standing still. It takes all of my will, and then suddenly, last summer, I'm having problems. Yeah, there's something going on with this plug. Wow, it's not registering at all. I tell you what. All right, demonic thing. There's something going on with the plug. All right, this is whacked. Totally whacked. Why is it not turning green? It's not charging. Why? Yeah, it's hooked. That's stupid. This Apple plug, I'm noticing it's getting fussy. I've never had to replace an Apple plug, charger plug. But who knows? So where is everybody? Where's all the people? 3 people watching. Wow, that's low. Low turnout. Where are all the people? All the happy, shiny people. This puzzle is going to be very hard to do. Does anybody have $1 million they want to give me? I'm sure nobody's going to take me up on that one. Wouldn't that be fun, to be independently wealthy, where you didn't have to work? It's amazing to me how many YouTube channels make money and they have zero content, or it's just complete ridiculousness. And then you got good channels that they can't make a dime at all. Strange thing. Strange stuff. $20 people watching, no chat. That's weird. Who's going to be first in chat today? Wow, there we go. Hi, Liz. I was starting to wonder, Liz, where you been? Hi, Ricky. Where have you been, Liz? You totally disappeared on me. That's like, what happened to Liz? Sweet little Liz just disappeared. Been busy as heck. I'm sad. Sad. I'm glad to see you. I'm starting to wonder if you existed anymore. You watch me every day. Hi, Mr. Russell. Don't drive over that railroad tie bridge, okay? I wouldn't do it in a car. I can't believe that's considered a passable road. Definitely not a CDL vehicle road. That video you sent me is dicey. Totally dicey. Oh. Wow, this puzzle is going to be hard. The colors are so muted. No, I was going to call you and then I decided to go live. But shoot, there's nothing to tell. A GPS is sending you down that. And there are people that would have driven across it and said, well, GPS told me to go that way. I wonder if you can sue GPS. Somebody will try, I promise you. Hey, Thomas, how are you? Thomas, I called a tree service here. They're going to meet them Tuesday at my lunch hour. Get a quote on that big tree straddling the fence. I'm going to talk to them about scenarios. I don't want to cut all the way to the ground, but maybe about to within 15 feet. Just let it be a snag. I don't know what they're going to charge. They charged $4,200 to get rid of that oak, which was much bigger. We'll have to see what they charge for this. And thank you. Yes, Elizabeth. This one. It's a Jeep, Willie's Jeep at a military camp. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't go across. The mixers went over that bridge. I never would have done that. I would have said, oh no, I'm not doing that. Mixers are so heavy. What is the gross weight of a mixer loaded? It is hard because these colors just blur together. There's no definitive anything. It's awful. This is probably going to be the hardest puzzle I've done, and every one that I get is worse than the other. We're not going to get anywhere with this anytime soon. This will probably be out here 3 months or more. Hello, Arwoo. The size of the tree? Well, let's go out. I'll show you. Oh, hey, V-Gear. I'm going to see what they can do. At least the quote is free. If it's too much, I'll just forego it. Ooh, boy, is it hot, hot, hot. Oh, it's starting to rain, though. I got to make this quick. All right, let me get under the porch. Because it's raining, son of a gun. All right, I'm going to show you the tree. That one. That's the tree. It straddles the fence. And it's quite high. It's oak. And let's see if I can get up under here. And the tree towers over the house. It's more of a straight up tree. More of a straight up tree. Hey, Frederick. And God bless you, VGer. It's raining. No thunder? Why no thunder? It's hot. It smells like hay out here. Why does it smell like hay? I wonder if I have hay mixed in with my grass. Did you see it, Thomas? I have to run back in because it's raining and I don't want to get the phone wet. Couple tons maximum? No. It's got to be more than that. 6 to 8? Oh my gosh. No, the oak, the big oak was 4,200 2 years ago. I won't pay 6 to 8. Absolutely no frickin' way. They actually quoted me on that tree, not this one, but another one. And it was slightly cheaper, but they marked the wrong tree. I told them the oak in the back, and the guy never came back. So I ended up calling another company because he got out, gave me a quote. I knew it was a big one. Everything's going up, so we'll see what he does. If nothing more, 100,000 stone. No, mixer's more than 2 tons. A school bus loaded is gross vehicle weight of 26,000 GVW. That's a school bus loaded with children. So I know a mixer. Hi, Carol. How are you? Wow, they really soak you up there. And I heard in some states you have to have permission. Who told me? Was it South Carolina? You gotta have permission by the city to remove a tree on your property. I'm like, Carolina's got some weird laws. Why do they charge so much? What is the reason? Do you guys have to pull permits when you cut down trees? Do you have to pull permits with the city? How does that work? You know, this puzzle is going to frustrate me. I'm not in the mood for this today. I can't do any of this. Everything looks alike. Look at this, Elizabeth. This is stupid. There's no way. This is not like, here's the boat, here's the water. It's just mottled colors. $70 to £75. Man, you're all way off, Jim. I think you got that wrong. What is the tonnage of a truck? What is the GVW? 70,000 pounds? You mean 70,000 pounds. Boy, that's heavy. That's heavier than a bunch of butts in a school bus seat. Planet G! Wow, that's crazy. All bureaucratic bullcrap. You notice this government, this federal government, our states, they discourage people going into business. They discourage it. People tell me I should go into business. I said, absolutely not. No, 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 no. Too much headache, too much red tape, bureaucratic overstep. My chat is being wonky. I just saw that Colorado had a massive hailstorm. They had snowplows in the street trying to move the hail, blocking all the drainage grates. I remember seeing hail like that when I was up there. Hi, Ricky. Ricky! Rickety, 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 Ricky. What are you talking? You live in the Soviet Union, Arwu? You're funny. You don't live in the Soviet Union, do you? Yeah, Soviet Union no longer exists. They cannot drive in Russia. These people drive, the truck drivers, the car drivers, they do the dumbest things. You got a blizzard, you got blinding snowstorm, and they're going to pass on a curve on a narrow road into oncoming traffic where you don't have a clear view and hit something head on. I've watched video after video of it. Oh, 22 hours. I'll bet you your place got good and toasty. I'm sorry, Ricky, that's too much. Tell you, people running into stuff. Oh, I am proud. I have the Sunday blues. Don't mind me. The weekend just goes by too damn fast. Everything costs too damn much money. I want to get an 8-foot bed truck. You can't find them. You know, there's just little stupid things bothering me. Church is not my high point of the week, and I'm struggling with that, and I'm sorry to let you, my community, down. You guys look to me for biblical advice and stuff, and you know, I would just say go to another church, but I've been to several that are reasonably within reach, and you know, it's just a different culture here. And it's not just here. I mean, it's just the whole mentality out here sucks. I'm a big baby. I'm a baby about some things too, and I'm a grown man. I admit it. I wish I could be free as a bird, to be honest with you. Wouldn't that be fun? Mimi and Janelle. It's Janelle with something else on it. If you're able to do that, that'd be wonderful. What's a crack-a-lackin'? That's funny. I haven't heard that in a while. Nothing, man. Sunday blahs. There's just things that bother me sometimes. There's not a damn thing I can do about it. What I call irritants. I like that on the hazmat chart for trucks, hazardous materials. There's gas, flammables, explosives, irritants. Stuff you get it in your eyes, it's absolutely no fun. Irritants. I'm slugging at Sunday mood. You so funny, Rascalette. Rascalette cracks me up. You know, Elon Musk couch surfs. He does not own a home. He's filthy rich. He couch surfs people's homes. Slug life instead of bug life. I don't understand that. If I had the money he had, I would not be couch surfing everybody's house. I'd go visit people, absolutely. But I don't care what anybody says. There's no place like your own bed. No place like your own bed. This is nonsense. I'm going to end up just getting in a bad mood trying to do this puzzle. I think that's just not going to happen today. This is stupid. Look, I want to show you guys something because this is madness. I got to turn on the light. It's so dark. It's clouded up out there. This is a very hard puzzle to do. Look. This is not, the only thing I could do was the flag. Everything blends and into the same thing. It's not a clear puzzle. This one here will be fun. It's going to be a tough one too. But you got the water, you got the bridge, you got definition. This thing here, I shouldn't have bought. It's stupid. It looks good, but Yeah, Colette, I said that. He couch surfs. I don't understand that. And he doesn't pay a dime. I mean, I just don't understand how one man can be worth $1 trillion. Just our sense of everything in this country is so lopsided. I understand he's built and designed things, but a trillionaire? For why? Why? He is tight. I guess it depends on what you mean. Well, yeah, you mean like Oprah, who has 8 mansions, but she votes Democrat, and the Democrats believe we're polluting the planet? Owning 8 mansions, that's really helping preserve the world, right? I wouldn't even buy 1 mansion. I just got this house. It's so many things make me mad about all that. I support individual companies being patriotic and protecting their culture. HMX, how are you? Allowing Islamics and immigrants to flood into small countries like England, Ireland, and Scotland is boneheaded and stupid. They're not bringing shared values. They're not bringing things that will preserve the prevailing culture. And they're doing this to water down everything. They're trying to do it in the US. Islamic people are not interested in coexisting. They want to dominate. They want to control. And when they become big in number, they will start terrorizing us. And mark my words, they will. That's a fact. Undeniable fact of life. I don't like the state of this world. Somebody was saying in the chat, by 2050, America will have a predominant Muslim community. How much? I mean, I'm not a socialist or a communist, but some of this capitalism greed goes so far. We can't all be paid the same because then it would be socialism. And even I recognize that. I'm not stepping into that booby trap. Colette, I think the problem I have is people like us, we can't get super ahead. Our country doesn't let us. You start to get ahead, and then they jack up the price of everything you depend on. Employers are cheap. Employers are making money hand over fist. Sometimes I just get frustrated. I believe that with what I do, I'm worth more. So no matter what our employer says, I don't agree. I don't think they pay us fairly. Wow, I can't make any of these things work. HMX, where do you stand? What's your opinion on it? You think all these immigrants should just pour into another country, bring their ways, their culture, and disrupt everything? What's your thought on that? And they shouldn't be allowed to come there. People need to enter countries legally and go through due process. And every country needs a limit how many of outsiders can come in at all. If it tips the scales where the outsiders become in charge, then we got a problem. A big problem. I know, Colette, but it doesn't make it easier for me to bite this pill I have to swallow. I still get upset at it. especially when your owners claim to be Christians. They should be setting a different standard. They should be fair. They should bless us. We're making them rich. That's a simple concept. And everybody in this room, I'm sure I'm taking a step on there, but I think that I can safely say everybody in this room will agree Christians are cheap. They'll amass all kinds of wealth and materialism for themselves, but they're cheap when it comes to taking care of us. I don't know why that is, but it just is. Yeah, Carol, it's frustrating. You know, people retire. People that I know are already retired, younger than me. 65 is when I can get Social Security, and the amount I'm going to get is going to be peanuts. It'll be way less than I earn now. How do you make it on $1,000 a month? That's so ridiculous. They would still be rich. They're millionaires. So it's not hurting them. I struggle with it. It's irritating. I think the biggest thing that bothers me is I have no compassion for greedy Christians. I just don't. You can still be rich. But why don't you give us some kickbacks? Got you, HMX. I have a friend who comes in here named Jim who lives in Sweden. He's been keeping me abreast of what's going on in Sweden, and it's sad. Sweden's a little country. Swedish culture has, you know, for the most part, had a good reputation. Muslims don't bring peace to the table. They bring an increase in terrorism and violence and crap culture. And that bothers me. Totally bothers me. Hi, Clay. How are you? Hi, Oliver. Hi, Collins Preber. The three sons, well, no, two sons of one owner, one son of the other. He's an owner and the president. The two brothers of the other owner are sons, so there's three owners. And the two guys that owned it are still working, they're selling. They're both worth millions of dollars. The original owner, his partner married his sister, so he's not blood related to the family. he married in. And they're making goo gobs of money off sales. I don't understand that. They're both 70s. 70s. Why are you still doing this? If I had $1 million in my name, I'm not that excited about doing this. I'm out. Gone. I would live conservatively, but I'm leaving. Out. Where am I going? Nowhere. How are you, CEC? I'm sitting at my dining room table. Oliver, it's a pain in the butt. Everything's too modeled. It's very, 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 very hard. I've got most of the fire pieces here. I can't put them together. It doesn't make any sense. This is one that's frustrating more than the others. Good, I do this to relax. This isn't accomplishing that goal today. I'm getting peeved. That doesn't fit. None of them fit. None of them go together at all. This is stupid. There's not that much fire. Why won't any of them connect? Silly. I hate peas, and they're shaped all dippy doodle. They're not nice and square. And you think you can match them up by the no. It's yucky. Nothing comes, Prepper. I've got Colette and severals for that. The summer in North Norway only gave you 5 to 6 days of sun. Are you serious? Wow. Wow, one piece of fire, 2 connected. Slow boat to China, how can I help you? Wow, see, I didn't know it was dark and cloudy in the summer up there. Yeah, Colette, exactly. I don't know. I like cloud cover here because it mutes out the UV, which makes everything dreadfully hot. Ah, I can't even grab the edge of this stupid thing. These are weird shaped pieces. Period. Oh, now we're getting somewhere. Cool. Fussing a little bit seems to help. Really? So you're getting a cloud cover too, Planet G? Comms Prepper, you still here? Did Comms Prepper just bail the room? He asked a question and then he's gone. That's odd. I think the moderators are doing just fine. I don't believe that they're doing a bad job. Colette, do you have a calming effect on people? I need somebody. I need a roommate. I need somebody who's calm. That's good for me. Hey, can anybody hear me or is there a chat lag? What happened to Comms Prepper? He asked a question, and I hope he didn't get butthurt and leave the room because I'm not accepting any more moderators at this point. Got you, Colette. Got you. I'm going to address something, and I'm going to step into all kinds of controversial dog do by saying this. Oh, I missed that, Planet. I missed that. Somebody else had made a comment about being put in, and I didn't respond because I want to say something, and I hope I'm not out on a limb. All of you at various times will give me a compliment, and I appreciate that. But I am wary of individuals who are fluffing. Hey, Dr. Manis. Hi, Jenny. Anybody know what I mean by fluffing? Constantly praising me, endlessly gushing with praise and compliments, and that makes me doubtful. I've had to learn that the hard way, that people who are lavishing praise. I had a friend, ball washing, yes, Clay, or as E-Rock would say, fluffing one's balls. I'm very leery. All the complimenting, all the fluffing, and that makes me nervous. It makes me think not comfortable. It makes me go. I had a friend in Duluth, up your holes, they say there. Hello, Zeke. How are you? So, I had a buddy named Aaron in Duluth, and Aaron got obsessed with me. He called me Nels, and he called me Nels off my last name, Nelson. But if I ever disappointed him or I said something, he would go from 0 to 100 in 0.1 of a second, angry. It feels inauthentic, yes. Blowing smoke up my butt, yes. Bellows, baby. I love this chat. I love this community. You guys are so good. You guys are so awesome. Michael, so good. Michael this, Michael that. That makes me nervous. I just feel that somebody like that is going to get bad one day and be ugly. I don't like it. I don't like it. Planet G, the Rascalette overseas. She's always fun to chat with. She's got two of the cutest little girls that are always eager to wave at me when she's talking to me on Discord. They're jumping up and down, all happy. You can see the Irish in them fiercely. Those kids are awesome, G. They're very cool. Yeah, Carol. People that are over complimentary, I kind of go, now the South does that sometimes. What they call Southern hospitality. I had a pastor in Duluth, Minnesota, warned me years ago. He lived in South Carolina, and he came to pastor at the church in Duluth. And I asked him then, I said, is Southern hospitality, I heard there's Southern hospitality in the South. And he said, well, he said there is, but he said they'll stab you in the back right now. He said they'll be nice to you and how y'all doing? And then bam, like a freight train out of nowhere. They'll talk about you when your back is turned, and that goes on in a lot of places, but here they're good at faking it. Wow, we got the mesh helmet done. You used to live in North Carolina, got you. Well, I get used to all of you guys. People begging to be moderator, and then they get upset because I say no. I don't. I'm sorry. I choose sporadically now. We used to get together as moderators and decide. Well, some of those key moderators aren't in here all the time. Some of them are not in here virtually ever. They listen. So I took it upon myself, as we were losing mods and I had to kick a few off, that I took it upon myself to say, you know what? I will watch people for a while. And you know why I picked Colette? Because she doesn't agree with me on everything. And I thought, a wise man has some people on his board that are going to offer a viewpoint I may not agree with. Y'all didn't know that, did you? I'm not slamming Colette in any way. Colette has been outstanding. Planet G was chosen spontaneously because I got to know her and I saw that she was outspoken and she got tired of seeing the stuff that she saw on the channel. I thought she'd be good. I picked Avita and Bree because they're good. Bluegrass, I haven't seen much in quite a while. She comes in periodically. She will not hesitate to throw some goon out of the room. And I appreciate that. And though I'm against girl power on the one hand, I'm all for girl power when, forgive me ladies, I can use it to my advantage. Because these people want to mouth off the ladies in here, then I'm going to step up and say, okay, now you cross the lines. And it works. There are times that this chat goes very well, and we've had it going for hours and not one troll came into the room. And that's a good thing. Colette is very smart. Agreed, Planet G. She has a level of discernment that is clearly there. That's right, Colette. Five days, Gail. Where are you at again, Gail? 5 days in the summer. Why? I forgot where you were, Gail. That's not good. Gosh, these pieces are stuck together and I can't get them apart. This is a weird jigsaw puzzle. It's a good one. It's a challenging, and I'm not really patient for challenges today. I want things to go easy. I want my binky. Somebody got a binky for me? Start throwing my baby rattle across the room. But Aaron turned on me. He turned on me good. And I stayed 3 months, 20 years later, down in Florida. I wasn't there a week, and he was screaming at his wife one night upstairs, and I thought, oh my gosh, calling her abusive words, the C word, the B word. And I came out of my bedroom door wondering what the commotion was, and I listened up the stairwell, and I thought, if he hits her, I'm going to have to make a call. Next morning, I come out of my room, and he goes, Mike, how are you? I said, I'm okay. You okay? Mike, did you hear anything last night? I said, why are you asking me? You should see this ridiculous yellow dress as well. Avita, you should take a screenshot and send it to me. Is it tacky? Does she look like a rubber ducky? Rubber ducky, you're the one. Media anchor is not for fun. You don't know how to dress, so get off the TV screen. Ba-bum. I should. Requirements for being a media journalist. Must dress tacky with peekaboo sleeves. And outlandish tops that nobody out there wears. I swear the media is on drugs. They've been doing this for years. They follow a blueprint of crazy stuff. I truly believe that. Truly. Oh. Her hair and outfit are bad. Hey, I had fun doing the Dress Barn debut the other day. That stuff is tacky. I will not date I will not date a Dress Barn chick. How to get a bumper sticker, just say no to Dress Barn chicks. Boy, I'd have half the South trying to ram the back of my pickup. Look what he's got on his back bumper. That's mean. I'm going to sue for damages by society. Dress Barn offends me, gives me PTSD. Wouldn't that be funny? Mr. E-Rock, how are you? What's going on in Hawaii? I missed that. They said 50 dead in Indonesia. I'm surprised that's all. 7.7, some major destruction down there in a port town. Beth, how are you? Avita, you would make me laugh. You would have no problem making me laugh. I need a good laugh. Ooh, what's this? It's a piece of the fire. Hey, E-Rock, this is bogus, this puzzle. No, they don't even go there. What a ripoff. This thing is a pain. These colors just blur together. This is tough. Got you. Lanai. The lanai, that's what they call them out here. Minnesota doesn't have quite the same, but they have front or back porches that have windows in them. 100 years old. You can remove the windows in the summer and it becomes a screen porch. They just call it a front porch. Down here, they're called a lanai, but they don't have windows in them. They're actually screened. Keeps the skeeters out. Danola, I don't know. Danola should be all right. Thunder. It's about time. Rain, baby, rain. Tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday are going to be hot. 90 something tomorrow. 97? 99. 99 tomorrow. 99. Oh, 99. Oh, the cans can do miracles. Just you wait and see. Believe me. Sailing takes me away to where I'm going. Hey, Julie. Oh, yeah. Did you watch the video by Trista? She let her have it. She let her have it. She told her, F you, F off. And she liked her, but she said enough. So I'm glad that other people see it. It's all senseless and needless and stupid that she got to act like that. I don't know how they play chat back. I do not know how they do that. I don't see the chat after the video re-uploads. Oh, the cans can do miracles. Just you wait and see. Believe me. Sailing takes me away to where I'm going. Gail, I missed it. Where are you again? Hi, Happy Lecky. That's such a cute name. I got on Google and Trista was trying to walk me through it, and Mimi and Janelle. And you click into the Google account or whatever, but it doesn't have, you follow the straps, but when you go into my thing, it doesn't have those options. That's why I did that video railing against Google. It's demonic. There's something jacked about it. They won't let me get my money. There's no way I can fill out the forms. They don't have any forms to fill out. It's deliberate. It's on purpose. There's no reason for this. If I have YouTube Studio and I've monetized, they should be able to, a screen should pop out. Fill out the tax form. You fill it, then the next thing, direct deposit or mail. Fill it out. Boom. Done. I mean, why are these tech geeks making things that convoluted? That makes no rational sense. And it's angering. It's wrong. It's bull crap. And they do that crap on purpose. I shouldn't have to have a college degree to figure out how to get $106 after they scalp $75 out of that. That's stupid. Stupid. And it angers me. There's no excuse for that corporate incompetence. I hate corporate America. I hate suit and tie culture. It can all go to hell. That's my flesh for the day. I hate it. They're idiots. I'm not a computer guy, but if I ran Google, I'd say, why are you making it hard for people to get their money? We're running a business. We make money off of them. Make it easy. You know, we want to encourage as many creators because that means more profit for us. Stop making it a damn maze and a matrix. Yes, Mr. E-Rock, and cars and trucks today are complete pure Dixie Cup trash cans. They're no good. And I'll go to my grave with that belief. A Chevy is not a Chevy like it used to be. Drove my Chevy to the levee and the damn thing didn't start. The GPS failed, the heated seats crapped, and I can't get it to go in reverse because it has a computer chip in the transmission and the computer chip went out. But if I had a stick shift, I go ka-chong and wham that thing out of there. Give me solid metal. Give me old school or die. Give me the old stuff. I want it back. I want the manual clutch. I want a truck without all the power, everything. I'm happy as a clam. That's it. A bench seat so you can sit next to your woman. I don't need a tower console in the way. Ugh. Yeah, I can't set it up. I told you that, Colette. I cannot set it up. It won't let me do it. It's retarded. There's nobody here to hold my hand. Nobody's sitting next to me. I know there are people who grab my phone and they go, they're done. What did you just do? What did you just do? I can't do it. Yeah, well, you could go to a mechanic back in the day in the 70s and 80s and it didn't cost you an arm and a leg. Well, we need to remove half the engine to get to this little itty bitty part. That's going to cost you $9,000. The heck? I'm going to say it again. Our government sucks. The regulation governing all these vehicles and saving the planet isn't saving a damn thing. At all. It's incapable of saving anything. They're making more plastic, which causes more pollution to make the plastic. I mean, the brainiacs in Washington, D.C. are more stupid than I am. Factoid. I'm tired of it. I want out of this world. They made it hard for simple stuff. Give me AC Delco Chevy trucks. AC Delco, you can buy the parts for 30 years. Give me a truck that makes sense. I don't need a gay backup camera, and gay automatic mirrors, and gay heated seats, and all that ball fluffing seat material. Give me a regular cloth seat or a vinyl seat, and I'm good to go. It's a truck. It's not supposed to be a prissy closet. I got on my rant. How do you like that? Now you got airbags. Airbags are gay. I don't want to be hit in the face with an airbag. Hey, Dragonfly, how are you? The thought of an airbag going in my face does not give me comfort. I missed the Deuce because it was solid steel and it was no nonsense. Knowing what I know now, I should have kept it, changed the tires on it, and ran that damn thing into the ground. I always live and learn the hard way. Always. You know what, Yuppie, let's go. Let's go live in the desert of Israel. See if God will provide me a brook and some ravens to feed me. Grow my armpit hair, my chest hair, and look like a hairy galoot wandering around like a nomad. And I'm standing out here waiting to get zapped by lightning. That's dumb. How about if I stay close to the house? Isn't that nice, Russell? Toilet trucks are popular now. The bed is plastic. That's gay. Even this. Now we got bed protectors and everything, and they look like crap. They got this plastic liner in here. You put anything in here, it slides around like a banana peel. I don't know. When I was a kid, we had trucks with metal beds. We didn't have all the plastic over it. I mean, it's good to protect the paint, but nobody's ever going to see the bed of the truck. God agrees with me. He's tired of these new trucks too. Did you hear that? Sick of it. Very, very upset with that. Mystery Rock, I agree. Thunder? The thunder? Ride the lightning. Can you imagine if a bolt of lightning hit me and it didn't do anything and you saw it? I guarantee you it'd blow up my phone. You guys would just see this flash and I think if something like that happened, I'd say, okay, God, I've been through a lot, but I survived that. What do you want me to do? We can go anywhere. Really, Colette? Colette, what brand of car do you have there in New Zealand? What do you got? Hi, Sir Jacob. Ride the lightning. I wouldn't want you guys to see that. I mean, if God's got to take me, please don't do it on live video. That would not be cool. Thank you for caring, Julie. I wouldn't want people seeing that. A bird? As long as somebody didn't flip one. Yes, the thunder. Look at that. Look at the butterfly. Oh, butterfly, I wish you would stop. Man, there's been butterflies flying around lately. So pretty. That looks like a monarch. I don't know if we get the monarchs up here. Look at that thing, just going around the yard. So cool. The monarchs have an incredible story. Oh, it's overcast. It's thundering. Wouldn't that be fun? Mr. E-Rock, it's hot today. This is cooling it down temporarily. Right after Helena was in the front yard, and a black and purple butterfly was in the front yard. I had all that oak tree I had the limbs, I had the slash, the stump rounds and the trunk rounds, all staged in various parts of the front yard. And I said, Tina, come here and look at this. And I said, look at this butterfly, midnight, black. And then it had the purple around the edges. And I said, and it flew over by me and it just lit for a moment. And I was just standing there watching it. It landed on one of the trunk rounds from the oak tree that fell. And then it just lazily flitted off. And I said, God, that was cool. And it kind of made me think, here we had this storm. It was so cataclysmic. And then you have this gentle butterfly, just unreal. You know what? I know it's depressing, G, but that's one of the things that draws me to Ireland is that cloudiness. I'm a redhead. I don't like the bright sun on me. I like overcast days. It does affect my mood, but some of my best writings and poetry and stuff come from that kind of weather. I'm Irish, mate. I don't like the sun on my face. It's too bright, it's too hot. I like muted lighting. I like dark rooms. This crabgrass is taking a cruise. I love this stuff. It reclaims pretty quick. I took out that one mat and it's already starting to take over. I was hoping it would get done before summer ended. See, my lines are even wavy this time. Wow, Happy Lecky. Jenny, where are you at? 107 degrees with 120 heat index. That's too much. Too much. Too much time on our hands. Too much time on our hands. Mississippi, oh my. I remember putting sun in for my hair. What is sun in for my hair? That's crazy. E-Rock, I don't care what anybody says. This summer's been, as Charlotte's Web would say, or no, was that dang goose on, was it Ferdinand on Charlotte's Web? Ridiculous. Yeah, you got to get your vitamin D fix. All right, this is food. I got to start changing outlets because I'm noticing something. Yep, that's not working. What is going on with this thing? Something is acting up with the plug. It's like I noticed with this Apple crapjack. Okay, there it goes. My outlets are getting loose. I'm going to have to replace a bunch of them. Crazy. Charlotte's Web was so good. Oh, sun in your hair. Oh, like a shampoo or dye. Ireland's been getting rain. I think God may be telling the UK something with all their dumb, woke bullcrap. Sometimes you got to wonder when all this stuff hits an area, if it isn't for some of the leadership and their stupid things that they do. All right. Everybody's going to ask me 9,000 times. Tonight, We're going to tell everybody right in advance what I'm making. We are having this coupled with this and one of these. All 4 food groups in a pot. Congratulations. Oh, yes, I want to go home. I said it last night. I said, God, I couldn't wind down with all that drama yesterday. Colette, can I tell you something? Are you still in the house, Colette? Colette, you still in here? Yeah, you're going to sit down. You ain't going to get out of that recliner, dude. You know what's going to happen. Your butt's going to get stuck in a chair. Oh, it's getting louder out there. Good thing I came in the house. Colette, where'd you go? Jenny, thank you for that compliment. There's a few. But not many. People losing their minds. Hey, Mr. E-Rock, have you seen the toilet seat guy? Do you know what he's been doing? He's sitting in his car now with a Blizzard. You know, the DQ Blizzard? If I could duplicate it. I don't think I could duplicate it. You know, you're just going to pretend that this is a Blizzard cup. And he goes like this. Scurbity, 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 bing. Scurbity, scoobity, scoobity, scubbity, bing. Skibbity, skibbity, twiddly pop. Have you seen that? He's doing it. I'm like, what is going on with our planet? What is driving this? I haven't seen Bridge. I wish Bridge was in here the other day when a certain person walked in this room. She would have put her on blast. Yeah, you need to go look, Mr. E-Rock. It is a trip. Caveman, have you seen that? Have you seen that? Well, I want to be careful what I ask for. I want cooler weather, but I don't want that to come at the expense of freezing pipes and ice storms and tree limbs down. I got to meet a guy on my damn lunch hour to get a quote on this tree in my side yard. I'm not waiting for September to come and another hurricane to knock that on the house. I get rid of that, there's no immediate danger to my house. Yeah, I hope she's all right. I know she's struggling with health issues, but her distances are getting longer, and that concerns me. I did send her a message in Discord. I remember Teen Beat. Oh my gosh, that's a blast from the past. Wow, Jenny, ice storm, huh? In the UK? Hey, little bug, guess what just happened to you? You crawled up the drain and you can go back down it dead. Bye. See ya. That was a waste of time. You should have kept your freedom and stayed out of my house. This can opener is retarded. It's like it's going over a dirt road. Ugh. I need to just break down and buy a new one. Y'all tell people that are rich to start donating to my channel. I will eventually have to replace the air conditioning system. It's going to happen. And I'm not going to wait till summer when it's hot for that to be done. The fall's a good time to do something like that where the weather changes and I don't have to have it on. That's when you want to change it out so that when the season comes, you can just fire it up and be in peace and comfort. The new one's got a 10-year warranty on it with the company that installs it. So I don't know. I wish I could earn more so I can just get things done. Oh, Mr. E-Rock, when Maud and Nene were in here, Mob Rules was going to North Carolina to Duke to get his surgery. His wife was driving from Ohio, and he said he felt like a tail gunner on an airplane in the war. I remember one day I was laughing because he was just like, pow, hide, 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 hide. I mean, thousands of trolls. Elizabeth, how old are you? I miss Mob too, but I will tell you this, he said he watches every one of these. He's busy and he can't. They are using him at work in huge fashion. His dealership in Little, south of Toledo, Findlay, Ohio, sells a high volume of cars. His job is to put them on the internet. You're not Gen X, Elizabeth? I was born in 66. I'm Gen X. I thought Gen X went to 65. Oh my gosh, Bosom Buddies. I remember that show. That was funny. Go ahead with your own life. Leave me alone. There's a Billy Joel song that they used as the intro for that. I liked Mark and Mindy. Three's Company and Jack the Ripper. That was silly. You have it on DVD? Really? I didn't think people had generators in Europe, but it makes sense. Oh, I'll be working until I'm 70. And then right when I quit, I'll die. Shit. I am not going to be doing this for no 10 years. I'm going to tell you that right now. The MTV generation. Hey, don't bring that Islam stuff in here, dude. Not going to deal with it. Out, 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 out. Bye. I work at a warehouse. It was Islamic Sanskrit with a lion and I don't know what. Colette, I have no idea what I'll be doing. I hope I can make it through the next year. The way life goes, I don't take anything for granted. It's not like I got a choice. Crap job number 1, crap job number 2, crap job number 3. It's so stupid what I qualify for to go through these stupid interviews like I'm trying to get hired on for a Fortune 500 company. Why do you feel we should hire you? Because I need a freaking job, dumbass. Why else? You put people through the screws for a crappy, low-paying, hard-work job and you want to run them through a ringer? And then they hire crappy people from an employment agency that can't pass a drug test twice in a row. Oh, you're in Mississippi. That's right. Oh, I'm sorry. It is messed up, caveman, and I get frustrated. If I could, I'd move in with Colette, keep her company, and no, I don't have any designs on her, and I'd live in New Zealand. But you think they're going to hire me in another country? No, I don't have anything to offer that they need. Oh gosh, now that's off. That's off. Just door-to-door ginger shoe salesman. Yeah, this will be my shtick. Waiting for somebody to answer the door. They open the door. How you doing today? You guys getting tired of bad breath and indigestion? Have I got something for you? It keeps flashing to you sitting down. What are you talking about? Yeah, Jim, I would definitely say you're more like one of us. It's hard for me. You and Anthony up in Cleveland, both about the same age. You guys do not have the core of millennialism in you. I call you my adopted Gen X brothers. Anthony in Ohio loves the old buildings and the old... Anthony and I have been friends for a long time. He taught English in China. Our paths parallel in many ways. Oh, brother. What carpet are you talking about, Mr. E-Rock? Huh? What carpet? I'm going to stop because I could be really naughty right now. My mind is in the flesh today very, very much. Tad, I told you, I work at a warehouse. Mr. E-Rock, what is your age again? You'd think I'd remember this. My ex-wife, the horrible marriage, was 14 years. She's born in 60. That's definitely Boomerville. Beth, what causes all that ADHD? What has caused an entire generation of kids to have that? James, Sunday school is about the qualifications for a pastor. Church was about the love of Jesus, that Jesus loves us, and that while we're yet sinners, Christ died for us. And he said, you cannot have a best friend better than Jesus. Vaccines, you think so? Planet G, what's so funny? Planet G, I love that. Hey, Colette. Yeah, crap in the food for sure. Got you. Well, it sounds like you got a good church, Jenny. I envy you for that. Maybe I need to go down there and we can have the Mississippi Squirrel Revival. chicken pox parties. Well, E-Rock, you come up with some stuff that makes me laugh. Chicken pox parties. Everybody gets sick now. Get sick USA. Let's go barfing now. Everybody's learning how. Come on, a virus with me. Da-da-da-da. Well, my neighbor had chicken pox. I had measles. Sharon had the mumps. Mama said, let's get together in the big station wagon so we can pass it around. Yeah, pox parties. Colette, are you serious? Pox parties. Oh, the school system, you better believe it. My Sharona. We changed it. In 2020, I started singing, my Corona. Got a virus now. It won't quit out. My. Woo. Good song, yes. All of our neighbors came over. Wow, pox parties. I'm sorry, that's funny. Hey, let's have an Ebola party. Last one standing wins all the money. Whee! We're having hantavirus punch party. The Johnsons are having a swine flu get-together. Oh, we should go. No, I was thinking of joining the Ebola group down the street. Mr. E-Rock, as a result of COVID, I got hearing issues in this ear and I got tinnitus constantly 24/7. There's a ringing. I got vertigo. I knew after I caught that COVID, when I was going through it and I got out of it, I said, this took something out of me. This did something. I was asking myself the question, if I was to fly overseas, would my vertigo act up? Or would I be okay? I got vertigo in 2021. My head was spinning so awful. I couldn't do anything but lay down, dry heave, throw up, nothing came out. This went on for days. Like, what is going on? I didn't know it. I went to 2 different doctors. They said there was stones in there that move around. I did the Epley maneuver. It wasn't until 2 years later that a black woman came up and said, you got long hauler syndrome. You need to get on Facebook to talk about all the stuff that people caught after COVID. And many people said vertigo. So bad it was making them sick. I talked to a Mexican friend of mine in Denver. She got COVID. She got vertigo. Head spinning, couldn't go to work, couldn't do anything. I don't get it now, but there's always a slight woozy. And I think, can I get on a jet plane and go 12 hours across the Pacific and not ignite that again? Don't know. I'd rather be on a ship. And I know people say, well, you're going to get seasick. I rode the ferry. It was a 45-minute ride, and that thing was, I never got sick riding that. Now, I don't know what would happen if I was on a ship for a whole day in rough weather. You know, I want to tell you ladies something. The compassion that you guys show to people in here, that's top notch. I appreciate that. I love you guys' emojicons and your feelings involved. I think that's really neat. Oh, during all of 2020, I was on Facebook and I would not call him by his name. I would say, Fauci, Anthony Fauci. I couldn't stand him. I said his name in complete contempt. The greatest meme that summed up the whole mask thing, I'm like, that one. If I can fart through my underwear and denim jeans and everybody in the room can smell it, how is a mask that's about as thin as this paper towel going to stop a damn virus? That was nothing but a lie. And I had to drive the school bus, and they made us wear it. Let me tell you something about those masks and my glasses. Okay, let me demonstrate. Okay, to put that over the nose and the form fit it, and put your glasses on, I can't do it. Every time I breathe in the mask, glass would fog up. Then my glasses were sliding and bumping around. And I said, screw this. I'm going to drive my bus and I'm going to have it over my mouth. So I pulled it over my mouth. One of the kids says, your nose is out. I said, yep. You're more than 6 feet behind me. I'm facing the windshield. I got my driver window open. You're not going to catch anything from my nose unless I go, poo. And a lady got snippy with me in the terminal one day, threatened to kick my ass. I said, excuse me, you are all the way across the room. I'm clocking out, and you're not going to talk to me like that. You're not going to catch anything from me. They say she died of COVID months later. She was a nasty, mean woman, and it was amazing. Oh, I had a history. She was nasty to a lot of people. And they all made little shirts with angel wings and everything. Mike, are you going to the funeral? I said, no. Why not? That woman was never nice to me. She rode on my bus and yelled and screamed at me. She threatened to kick my butt when I came in. I said, no, I'm not going to her funeral. And I didn't say this, but I thought, you're all making her like she's some godly saint. I didn't see any evidence of Christianity in that woman, ever. I wish I could, Colette. I wish I had Wi-Fi. I wish I could do videos on the deck of a freighter. Oh my gosh, that'd be heaven on earth. One of my bucket lists is to go across the Pacific once on a ship. To see the gray skies, the ocean and the moods. Gators. Then, what really frosted my butt is when I had to make the kids wear the mask. That was stupid. 90 degrees. And I got to tell the kids, you need to put on your mask. And these girls get out of the elementary school and they got a whole pan full of cupcakes. I said, we're not eating those on the bus. No, we're not. I wasn't even loaded. I look up and I see two girls with frosting all over their face. I said, did I just tell you not to eat? They had their masks off. The one girl bit a big bite out of it, passed it to her friend, took a bite, passed it to, I said, wow, you guys, there's COVID and you both all just shared the cupcake. Oh. I went back to I said, we cannot enforce this mask thing. And I told them what they were doing. The high school kids would get on. I'd hold the box out as they came on the bus. They'd take the mask, I get to the school. They get off, masks all over the floor. Kids would grab the mask and not put it on. Transportation said, you need to write up all those kids. So I went to the principal at the high school and I said, look, they want us to write these kids up. I need your help. Mike, he's a black principal. We're not going to do anything to kids not wearing their mask. What are we going to do? Tell them they can't come to school? There's nothing we're going to do. Okay, thank you. I'm done worrying about it then. I'll keep my driver window open and my fan on blast, and I'm done with this. And a driver came over. Why are you not writing up? I said, the principal at the school said they're not going to do anything about it. They're not going to kick the kids out of the school. They're not going to do anything. So I'm not going to waste my time. Oh, Spanish influenza was terrible. Wasn't that the one that took out a whole lot of people back in the day? That bubonic plague. I remember as a kid, bubonic plague scared me. They had signs in the mountains in California in the woods saying, do not touch the squirrels. They could be carriers of bubonic plague. You don't see them anymore now, but they were big in the 70s. I think the plague, didn't that just about wipe out Europe or England? That was terrible. I was so tired of that dumb mask fight. And then the kids would come out of the school wearing the same mask all day, soaked in spit. I'm like, oh. And they drop it on the seat. Boogers on the masks. Food on the masks. Then I saw Filipina's Facebook page, and she's sitting at a restaurant in the Philippines. She goes to take a bite, and the mask opens like a beak. She sticks the food and she's chewing. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's funny. 2001 way to fly. Oh my gosh, is that expensive? It cost me $1,700 2018 from Denver round. Was it 1,700? Yeah, 1,700 round trip to Manila. And that was actually not bad. And I spent a total of $3,000 because I spent money when I was over there. Gave money to the family for hosting me. And, yeah, that was wild. Oh, yeah, Mystery Rock. You know, and people, they do that, don't they? I've had it in Colorado where I'll feel a cart bump my ankles when I'm in the line at the checkout, and I'll turn around and it's a senior citizen who's not paying attention. And I will just gently put my hand on the front of the cart and just gently, and she'll look up. Oh, did I bump? I said, you're okay, but yeah, it's banging my ankles. You know, I'm not going to yell at a senior. But when there's women my age that aren't paying attention, ooh, I have to listen to the Holy Ghost because I want to say, man, get that cart off of me. Hate that. What am I doing? There. That's what I'm doing. You know, though, I complain about work, but I'm glad for the structure of work. It's necessary. Too much idle time for anybody is the devil's workshop, and it doesn't do us good. Work gives you something to be proud of. You earn a paycheck. You've earned it legitimately. $10,000 by ship. But 5 weeks out at sea, that is pretty expensive, but you can go first class on these planes across the ocean, and those can be $10,000 now for the first class seat that becomes a bed. I'm like, that's high. No, not doing that. Not doing that. Get the tuna out of the can. Most of this tuna is actually packed in the state of Alaska by Filipinas. Alaska at one time would hire tons of Filipinas at the canning factories to pay them cheap to pack the fish. Anybody know that? I knew that. There were people that I met along the way years ago that would go up to Alaska for fishing and stuff. They could make a pot full of money on the boats. But the season is short-lived, and no one checkup that really. Yes, Mystery Rock, exactly. That crazy people. Can you imagine if I bumped my shopping cart into an African American man or woman here, what would happen? You think they'd show me any grace for that? I don't think so. Now, I will say I've never had an African American man or woman bang me with the shopping cart. That has not happened. I hate to say it, it's mostly my own race that's guilty of shit like that. I don't know why. They did it in Denver and they do it here. Well, another weekend down the drain. Yes, Mr. E-Rock. Yimes. Hi, D. I want to thank Colette and Planet G for doing a good job running interference with all of the crap going on in the chat as of the last few days. $20 weeks? What's 20 weeks for? No job's gonna do that. Yeah, exactly. Look, it was a job I liked, and they paid me really well. Well, I didn't have to worry about sitting on my butt. That's time to take vacations. Oh, Tina, hello. I'm all right. I'm sorry you got a cold. Them damn summer colds. I wouldn't sit. I'd be going and visiting Avita right now. I would make the best of my opportunity. If I had the money, if I got good pay out of that job, yeah. procrastinate. E-Rock, do you remember Mr. Scat Pack? I have not seen him in months. I think he might have gotten arrested. I haven't seen the car. I haven't seen his scamster brother who tried to sell 5 gallons of gas for $100 during Helene and tried to rape the neighborhood with his greed. I've seen more police presence too. I think people are being put on alert around the neighborhood. There's a drug house down one of these side streets. Yeah, I haven't seen him or the car. An officer came to my front door and I played him the video. He said, "That is illegal." He said, "We don't just ticket. In Augusta, if we see that, they go to jail." I said, "Really?" He goes, "That is dangerous driving. We don't accept that." I said, "Good. I'm glad they do something." "10 weeks on a freighter to New Zealand." Wow. I think the captain of that ship is going, "We need to increase speed and get that boy off of here. He's driving us nuts." Dimes, I'm sorry you got asthma. Years ago in Duluth, I had to do a camp for the asthma club. They were kids. They did a summer camp. And it's called, I think it was called Camp Fresh Breeze or Fresh Air. And I did that camp, drove them up on the bus. And the lady that headed up that camp really liked me. She said, "Man, you are a good, reliable bus driver, and these kids, they're so limited in what they do, and this is a one-of-a-kind summer camp." I haven't skied downhill since 1983. I don't know if I want to go downhill. I could cross country easy. Cross country is work. Avita. Problem with the slopes, the cost of living is through the roof. And the ski resorts don't pay you enough to live there. Colorado, the people that were serving the ski lifts and the lodges, and they had to drive 2 hours away and still pay exorbitant rent because the Colorado mountain towns, the ski resorts, didn't want trailer parks and affordable living there. True story. Yeah, now you sit on your butt. Have fun with that. Oh, happy, yeah. The same old long sign. I'm still on my butt. Are you in a recliner chair? Those are even worse to get out of and get motivated. Absolutely, Planet G. I'll never forget one political leader that fired me up was Justin Trudeau in Canada when all the shutdowns happened and the news was talking about in Atlanta, the interstates, there was no traffic, and they said deer and animals were starting to come into the city. And they were saying the smog went down in all the cities in America, and Justin Trudeau, Amber's new plush clout. So those are the worst. You need to grab a subway handle to get your butt out. I'm Michael Pineapple. How are you? Anyways, Justin Trudeau said this is the Great Reset as he was grinning from ear to ear. And I'm like, no, this is not the Great Reset. The people that enjoyed the lockdowns were the ones that had the money and could control us. I think it's interesting that it came out right out the head of a big major election in the U.S. I believe Fauci and some sinister people planned this on purpose. Hey, Avita, did you leave? Yeah, happy, lucky. But what about the regular companies? What about these guys? Bleach went through the roof. Lysol went through the roof. Baby wipes went through the roof. Sanitizers, soaps. Now they got more demand. Why did they jack the price up? They were going to make more money anyway. Why did they jack the price up? And the price didn't come down much, did it? Bleach used to be pretty inexpensive. That's right, Yimes. You're still wandering around. Do I need to take you by the hand? Come on, Avita, come on. Come on, I got you. I need to hold a hand. Avita, can I hold yours? Absolutely. Michael, I drove by Bob Dylan's house every day, Monday through Friday, when I lived in Hibbing, and I drove the school bus to Hibbing High School. He was booed off the stage at Hibbing. When he was in high school. He not only left that crazy town, but he became successful. They got a mannequin of him and some of his mementos in the library. That library I became familiar with because I was trying to find a girlfriend and get out of town. I went all the way to Hong Kong. Yeah. There at the street right where the blue house is that he grew up in was Bob Dylan Way. Here in Augusta, because of that wonderful, outstanding, great contributor to American history and the community of Americans and hardworking people and values, George Floyd had an imprint and everybody started buying I Can't Breathe masks. I wanted to go up and say, if you take the mask off, you can breathe, dummy. What really amazed me here, hi Gary, hi Paul. Yes, Michael. Hi Andra. I lost my point. What was I going to say? Andra, how are you? Absolutely, Avita. Would you do it for love? Would you do it for money? Andrew, where are you at again? We had some wind Thursday. A quick moving rainstorm from the north blew in and blew stuff. I raked yesterday pine needles from the trees across the street, blew over my roof and into the backyard. I was like, dang. Oh, I was talking about masks. Thank you. The dumbest thing I saw, and you all saw it in your towns too, is a single occupant in a car with the windows up and a mask on. And I would just look at a light and look like Kermit the Frog. Why does he have a mask on in the car and there's nobody in it? Yeah, Avita, Mob lives over near Findlay, Ohio, Bowling Green. And he said they've had some pretty severe thunderstorms in the last week. Wanted to go to the moon. I bought a ticket to the moon. I'll be leaving any day soon. A brisket is awesome. Andra, I'm sorry, I missed where you live. What state? They kept pushing it. I went and got the Johnson one and done, which was the worst one, and was called off the market after I got it. I did the one and done because anybody who took the Pfizer or what was the other one? What was the other one? There was Pfizer, the Moderna. And I took the Johnson because it was a one-shot deal. I did it because I have a passport. And the news are saying if you have a passport and you don't have a shot, they could refuse you the right to travel. That was June of 2021. And I will tell you that August I got it. And I asked myself this day, if I hadn't taken the shot, would I have gotten COVID? Brisket in space. Hello, Christina, or Christine, how are you? Drone Biscuit Service, how may I help you? Got a new song for G. A brisket, a tasket. G's going to the moon in a basket. Brisket on the board. North Carolina, but now it was in Florida when it came around. Wow. Hi, Julie. Brisket is good. I'm not going to go where I can't breathe, Paul. That's the problem. Nobody's asked this question. Is the American flag still there? There are people in the U.S. that believe the moon landing never happened. I don't buy that. I think it did. Yeah, Andrew, what? I'm going to go on a vacation when I run out of oxygen. Let me see how high up Everest I can go before I start going, I'm close to the top. That's crazy. I could just see that. Sausages flying around in the spacecraft. Just make sure they're not wieners, Paul. Damn phone. I think COVID was orchestrated by a bunch of buffoons. I think Fauci was in on it. They already proved he was doing gain of function. I want to know why that clown's not in jail. Keeps pleading the 1st or the 5th or whatever the heck. Guy doesn't want to answer questions because he's a damn clown. Smoked deer sausage, now that sounds good. I'd eat that. Paul, you hunt? Maybe if you go to space, you could have bobas. Got them little balls in it. Look like little planets. Instead of pigs in space, bobas in space. How many deer do you get? I've had some venison jerky, and that's dang good stuff. 2 deer a year. Oh dear. At least you didn't get them with your truck. Anderson, North Carolina. Erock's in South Carolina. I'm in Georgia. Ovita's in Ohio. I hope to see Ovita this October. That would make my day. Really? Please don't tell me you eat raccoon meat. Yes, we're having coon stew. You eat raccoon? Are you joking me? I've never heard of people eating raccoon. Nutra-rat. Because raccoon is a scavenger animal. They eat out of the trash. They eat all the dead stuff. Ugh. Yeah, Planet G. There's no reason it would rot or disintegrate. How come Google hasn't done a thing where we could zero in on it? Yes, I remembered. Avita, I'm looking at you through an itty bitty, itsy, eensy, weensy profile picture. Can you imagine? Now I wouldn't do this, but it'd be funny. Avita comes to visit, and I get this huge, giant 8-foot picture frame of her face in the front lawn, balloon arches. Welcome, Avita. She comes up the street. Oh my gosh. They do that here. They do that. The blacks do it for their kids' birthdays now. Balloons and arches and the whole front yard. And they got a big blown up picture of their daughter. It is. Everything tastes like chicken. Coin tastes like, coon tastes like. I am not eating raccoon. I'm not eating possum. I will not try skunk. I will not try porcupine. I would try snake. Squirrel, I have mixed feelings. I might just drive by. And I'll stand there, no, come back. I would not do that. Sometimes I like to say those things just for everybody to be, oh my gosh, that would be mortifying. That would be sad. I'd be sad if she drove right on by. I'm like, wow, she didn't even stop. Oh, no, not we squirrels. Avita, I never do anything to damage the love that I have for you. I'll just make you a brisket. Look at Paul, man. I think Paul's flirting with G. Anybody think he's flirting with G the way I'm flirting with Avita? How many people think Paul's flirting? The fresh food. They do, Oscar, but in the town, they get into the trash cans. Rabbit. When I was in Colorado, they'd eat out of the crabapple tree in the middle of the night. They sounded like little horses running over the roof of that house I rented. There were tons of them up in there at night. I am slightly flirting secretly. Paul. I don't want Avita to be offended. Avita, if I'm offending you at any time, let me know. Yep, we call them T-rats. Oscar, I just can't stomach the idea of eating a raccoon or dog or cat. Well, Paul, if you put it that way, but I hope I never get to the point where I'm looking at a raccoon thinking it looks good. Rabbit stew. What is a bird within a bird? The balloon talk. What would you do if you pulled up and there was nothing out front? And I say, close your eyes. And I take you by the hand and I lead you into a hot air balloon. And suddenly I say, open your eyes, and you hear the jet. Mike, what are you doing? Wouldn't you like to ride in my beautiful balloon? Wouldn't you like to ride in my beautiful balloon so we can fly? Yes, for birthday parties for the kids, or when their kid graduates. The black community, they'll put 2026, all the balloons, giant poster board pictures. The son will get off the bus and he's like, the kids are all like, dude. He's like, shut up, man. My mom did that. He's all embarrassed. Me too, Avita. That'd be fun. Beaver and kangaroo, Paul. There are some animals you just don't eat. Wet dog smells. I'll tell you what. If I smell that on the stove, I go, I'd be out the door. I am not eating wet dog stew. Avita, we're not going to the cookout. You and I are going to go to Lone Star Steakhouse or something where we know it wasn't just killed in the backyard. I'm not talking about that kind of beaver. I'm talking about the animal with the big old tail. You sick puppy. Disney has a hot air balloon, really? Bullfrog. Now, I had frog legs at the Vietnamese restaurant in Denver. They are good. I was surprised. They were tasty. Hi, PB&J. Really, Oscar. I didn't think there was enough meat on squirrels. They're so hyper. Paul, have you ever watched this, guys? Paul, have you ever tried a hummingbird? Wait till everybody hears that one. Hummingbird tastes like sugar water. Yes, it does, Oscar. I agree. Hummingbirds are cool. Oh, now if anybody eats a butterfly, ugh. Cicada stew. Now, I was in Hong Kong, and I saw a lot of snakes in buckets of water at the seafood markets and stuff. Hong Kong, you are not allowed to sell turtle. It is illegal there. Northern Outdoor, I just wear my own thing. I'm in Georgia, and it's hotter than an HE double hockey sticks down here. But I'm a man. I'm not a trans, and I'm not into men. And I'm not woke. I just do what I do because I can get away with it. And you were nice about it. I appreciate that. So I want to show y'all something. This is called bait and switch, right? Went to Walmart. Remember when I was in the house a week ago trying to find out what the heck was beeping, and I thought it was one of 3 smoke alarms, and then I forgot there was one in the kitchen. So this is a square 9-volt battery, right? So I see this. Okay. The Rayvac. This doesn't say it on the front, but it's two 9-volt batteries, right? See it? Square, square. Open it up. I said, what the heck? Round? I don't know if Walmart will let me refund that, but I'm going to tell them, hey, I thought this was a square 9-volt. The container is deceiving. And you look at the back, you couldn't tell. I couldn't believe that. I've never seen 9 volts wrapped like that, the round ones. I didn't even know they had round 9-volt batteries. Oh yeah, it's horrible. Where in the north are you? I lived in Duluth, Minnesota, Hibbing, Minnesota. And I was used to 25 and sub-zero below and drove school bus up there and loved looking at Lake Superior and loved listening to Gordon Lightfoot, Raggedy Edmund Fitzgerald, and now I'm here. What an extreme. Don't worry, Planet G, I'll save you from Paul's exotic cooking. We'll find a little bistro somewhere and feed you proper. Oh, close to St. Lawrence, right on. Wow. I don't know if Mr. E-Rock's in here still, but he is from upstate New York originally. Avita, now that's a mess. But you did that too, huh? Sit there and it had a taste too. Isn't that weird? Electrical charge in a 9-volt had taste. Squirrel brains? Ew. You guys trying to make me throw up? No, there's just some things not made to be eaten. I cannot believe how spastic the squirrel is. They're so hypersensitive, so spastic. One was on top of my fence. It didn't see me, and I snuck out the door and ran after it. I went, and the squirrel almost fell off the fence. It was hilarious. They had a guy on YouTube. He was tired of squirrels raiding the bird feeders. So he made something for the squirrels. They'd come on this ramp and they'd see the bird feeder and they'd step up on something. Right when they stepped, that thing was spring loaded and it was a trebuchet and went whoo, threw it high up into the air into the pine trees on the other side of the fence. I'm like, oh, that's funny. I want one of those. How many times will that squirrel come back and try to get up there and get that food after that? They really are smart, but they're stupid. Hi, Fallen Angel, how are you? And how are you feeling? Magnetic pennies. Wow. Well, that's good, Oscar. I just don't think that I could. Andrew, what have they done to women's fashion? You could go to India and other countries and buy cool stuff. Potato launchers. I love that. Tablecloth. Red and white checkered. Pleated. They don't make really awesome dresses for women, do they? In our country. They stopped that in the 60s, 70s. Falling, I'm laughing. I'm thinking, Zeal. Oh, oh, oh. I got you. That sucks. Drink some tea, girl. Put some lemon and honey in it. Now to dress with my butt out. Well, hey, did I already get rid of all them? How about Judy Garland? You could do that. Pudding on the Ritz. But Northern Outdoor, dress barn clothing doesn't sexualize women. Dress barn clothing is hideous. It's not flattering to women. And I believe a woman can be sexy and classy at the same time. Absolutely, Fallen, we love you. Yeah, Planet G was having fun. If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits? Put on the Ritz. That's what I want for a house. You think I could do that? I would love that. That would make my day. I want to live on that. That'd be so cool. Anybody know what that is? I mean, it's a shit. Anybody know what it is? Andra, I want that as my house. That's big enough. That's huge. I get lost in there. Yeah, but Northern Planet G made them for me, and I'm not going to criticize because she was trying to cheer me up, and I thought that was nice of her. Nope, Titanic had yellow buff funnels. That is the Queen Mary docked in Long Beach. Perfect size. Girl, that thing's 1,000 feet long. Do you know how many staterooms are in that ship? You and I could be on there and technically not even find each other. That's how big it is. That is the Queen Mary docked in Long Beach. Last voyage, 1967, right around the Horn of South America. Very long trip. Oh, I wish I could go back in time. I wish that I could sail that ship on her last voyage. Times were changing. Queen Mary sold cheap tickets, Cunard Line, just to cost the ship. The crew departed for the last time in California. So sad. I could live on that ship. You could cook on it. Do they have refrigeration on there? I don't know if the galleys aren't hooked up anymore I mean, they got lights in the ship, but I don't think they got gas grills or anything anymore. I would be happy just to walk around on the deck of that thing and live on it. I would love it. I don't need a lawn. I could just look out over the bow and look out to sea and be happy as a clam. Well, it's surrounded by a jetty of rocks. I don't know how many fish get in there, but it would be interesting. On the bow, you're about 65 feet above the water. Bring out another 1,000. Really, Oscar? Bring out another 1,000. A boat is a hole in the water surrounded by wood into which one pours money. A ship is never a wise investment unless it's working. Oh yeah, the guy wires on that. If those things ever snapped and you were standing by it, it slice your body faster than a meat cutter. Some of the equipment that we sell for trucks, we've got some winches that look like the kind that come off a ship like that. Huge iron and the cable. I'm like, wow. You can't lift it. You got to get the forklift. Well, the Queen Mary apparently is a moneymaker for the city of Long Beach as a tourist spot. You can get married on the Queen Mary. You can stay the night. You can book in the Hotel Queen Mary. They have receptions. Businessmen meet on it. Tourists can tour it through the day. Halloween, they have the haunted ship, which is a bunch of bull malarkey. I wanted to do a book called The Day They Stole the Queen Mary. And I had this fanciful idea that I go to Long Beach and say, hey, I'm going to restore the ship and we're going to take it across the bay here and we're going to have it in a building. And what they don't know is that we're putting brand new engines in it. We're getting everything done and putting the propellers back on it, rewiring it, replumbing it. And one night the doors open, the ship comes out, and off she goes. In the news today, somebody has stolen the RMS Queen Mary. How are you gonna not get caught with that? Get up in a helicopter. There it is. That would be so cool. Now, you guys want to see something really awesome? This is my favorite, and I showcase this often. This is that same ship, okay? 1940s, going to Australia. The bow is completely submerged. That striped steel capstan you saw, that's under the ocean. Oh, I'd love to do it. I'd love to make a movie. Helicopters are flying overhead. And I get on a radio system and I can chat to anybody in the world. Wi-Fi and everything. This is the US government. You will cease and desist and turn that ship around immediately. This is Michael Nelson, otherwise known as Ocean Heart. I refuse. Try anything funny and you'll never do it again. Mr. Nelson, this is the federal government. We will drop bombs on the ship. No, sir. I have a shield around it. And anything you shoot off, this ship is fully armed with intercontinental ballistics. If you want to play, I can play too. Nanny, nanny, boo, boo. Wouldn't that be funny? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's a hell of a photo. And they've got that on the Queen Mary. They've got several legendary photos that are, 8 feet long hanging on the Queen Mary. I saw them when I was on the ship. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Can you imagine the government? What do you mean to tell me you can't stop a 1930s ocean liner? That's not that hard. It's a sitting duck. Nelson announced that it's got intercontinental ballistic missiles on it. You know, he took it across the harbor, the bay, and they've been outfitting it, and nobody bothered to check what he was doing in there. Just the fact it's sailing is nothing short of miraculous. And did you notice there's no smoke coming out of the smokestacks? What the hell's that thing running on? And did you clock the speed? It's going 85 miles an hour. The Queen Mary, 85 miles an hour. Yes, sir. Full blast. Do you notice how it squats down in the water? That thing's cruising. You better take him at his word, and you better just leave it alone and see where he's going. That'd be awesome. The Vasa is fascinating. What is that, 300 years old? Sank in the harbor, Sweden. That thing's incredible. They pulled it up. A wooden sailing ship that is just massive. 400 years old. Did you ever go there, Oscar? I'd love to do Hollywood movies my style. I'd love to do The Voyage of the Microo that I've read excerpts from on here that I started writing years ago. My favorite ship is the Normandy by the French line. The Normandy is Art Deco galore. 3 of the biggest smokestacks ever built on a ship. 3 locomotives could fit side by side. The Queen Mary, or the Queen Elizabeth, the sister ship. Queen Elizabeth had 2 stacks, same length as the Queen Mary, because the 3rd funnel was a dummy funnel. There was no uptake for boiler. They said that Christopher Columbus' ship, the Nina Pinta and Santa Maria, could fit in the main ballroom of the Queen Mary. I've been on the Queen Mary in the ballroom, and it's huge. The ceiling is just massive. And it's made out of African wood that you can't even get. I don't have one loaded right now. Mary Celeste, is that even around? That was found floating with nobody on board. That's been a mystery. I read about that. Is the ship still around? The sailing ship? The Mary Celeste. Fascinating story. All right, I'm going to have to end chat. My phone charge starts eating up with chat. I don't know why. I've had this phone for a year. I don't think the battery's in need of being replaced. I had a battery on an iPhone that lasted me for years before I had to purchase a new one. So let's go there. Keep hearing sounds of thunder. Crickets are already out. The sun's coming out. Andrew, thank you. It's the retreating thunderstorm. Hi, thunderstorm. You can come back anytime. Miss you. Red skies at night. Whoa, ho, ho. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Yeah, it's found drifting in the Atlantic. I saw that. That's no longer at the Queen Mary. Somebody in Washington bought it and put it in a private collection, the Spruce Goose. Georgia. Coco, how are you, Coco? They got a submarine in front of the Queen Mary and they're going to dismantle it. That turned out to be a problem and it leaks. What is going on with this stupid door tongue? I got to reset that thing. Alive and well, that's good. Yeah. The Soviet sub was a fail. That's the only reason we got it, because it leaked. Typical Soviet trash. I went on a tiny submarine when I went in 2019 to see the USS Alabama. It was out of the water, though. Boy, was that narrow. I walked in there, I thought, woo, you get claustrophobic, and you're walking through these gangways in this tube. It was a small sub. Coco, I'm in Georgia. Where are you? Yeah, drop it where the Kursk sits. Let it have a reunion down there. Earth? Coco, come on now. What state are you in? Oh, you're in Iowa. I asked you this before. Coco, how old are you? The USS Alabama was a warship. That was cool to tour. You're 63. Are you sure? All right, folks. The bathroom's calling me, so I'm going to sign out. You're 3 years older than me, so don't say you're old. You're making me feel bad. Gotta go, folks. Everybody have a good evening. Are you sure? You're funny, Fallen. Warships. You know what I'm interested in is the Empress of Ireland. That sank in 1914. That was an ocean liner rammed in a fog by a Norwegian freighter. Sad. All right, you guys, have a good one. See you, K-Man. See you, Molly, G, Colette, Avita, everybody. Oh, I didn't know that.